All right, well, I'm not doing a normal Q&A because I'm still on a weeding job, but I wanted to get the live stream out. So we're just gonna be weeding. I might answer questions here and there as I go, but mostly, it's already 6 p.m., so mostly I wanna get this done. Caleb's over here too. He's weeding some pavers. We've been here for like 6 hours already. But it's going good. It's going good. We'll see. I'm hoping, man, it's hard because I want to like participate with all the viewers and stuff, but I also probably should focus on getting the weeds pulled. Chris. Caleb, do you know a Chris?
Yeah, no.
He said, what's up?
Wait.
You can come over here.
I gotta look. That's my homie.
Chris, Caleb's coming.
What up, dude? Yep, that's my homie.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we have another Benjamin in the chat.
Oh, cap. I seen him coming and on your shit.
Dude, we're how long have we been weeding today, Caleb?
Since 11, we took like 40 minutes for a break.
6 p.m. now. It's good,
Holy crap.
but we're making progress. We're making progress.
For real. Holy crap.
If you guys want to throw some questions out there, I can probably, if you have any, I don't know, maybe I got them all last time. Oil up, dude. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Did you bring your truck to the mechanic? Yes. The video is still on the way, but I did take it to the mechanic. They said they would highly recommend me to avoid working on it because it's so rusty, and they figured out break bolts. So I probably won't work on the truck. It's actually been running really well. If you keep watching the videos, you'll see. I have a couple more scheduled that, I mean, the truck's been working great for me the last few days, so I figure I'll just keep running it. My goal is to make 4K this month, but if I can do that, then I'll probably get myself into a van and then start decking that out with living quarters, and then from there, I think I'm going back to school. I think that'd be so cool. And then I had the idea for a project called, this probably isn't original, I'm pretty sure I heard it from somewhere else, but 100 Days of Rejection, where I just have a list of 100 tasks, and every day I go and do that task, and it's going to involve like asking people for things and getting rejected, basically. One would be like a girl's number, one might be getting a stranger in the coffee shop to pay for coffee, and basically everything like that. Somebody says, where are you from and what are you digging there? I am pulling weeds at a customer's house. Yeah, rejection therapy. Sorry to interject that question. Somebody got into rejection therapy. I know it's desensitizing yourself to rejection so that you can be more successful. Yeah, that's on point. That's on point. I'm at a customer's house doing weeding because it is 6 o'clock and I said I would go live, and this job is not finished. Am I set on Ann Arbor? I'd like to stay here. I don't know why I would like to stay here, but I would like to stay here and establish some roots. I think it would be, there's a lot of benefit to sticking in one place and meeting people and developing connections. That was one of the big things with starting this project, is I started with no connections on top of no money. And so that's like a challenge in itself. Weeding is brutally tedious. Brutally tedious. We bid this job out for $250, it's not going to end up paying us very much per hour. We thought we were going to be making bank. 8 hours next. Keep working hard. I appreciate the support. These days get hard. Caleb's like one-upping me with working hard. He works, I mean, he said he put 60 hours in at his normal job this week, and then it's Sunday and he's hitting this with me. It's like, wow. That's incredible. Making my days look easy, bro. Is the challenge easier or harder so far than you initially thought? It's about, honestly, it's probably about the same as what I thought. I didn't really think about it. I just knew I was going to do it. So I guess, I don't know. I knew I was going to go homeless and start from zero. I don't know why I felt so inspired to do it, but the level of difficulty, I mean, it's been harder than anything I've ever done, but there's pros and cons to it. There's things that are really hard, but then there's things that are really good about it. Like, I never feel like I'm not working hard enough because I'm working pretty much all the time. So I have not managed to get a bank account yet. What are you going to do for work in the winter? Great question. I am currently looking into some of my options. I could do a lot of things because I know how to sell. I could start a car detailing business. One that I really like the idea of, and I may do, is a mobile mechanic service where I specialize in brake jobs, oil changes, tire rotations, exclusively starting out. And from there I can develop a skill set. And I think that would be a good way to jump from an hourly rate of like 25, which is the upper spectrum of weeding, to like, you know, you could get a pretty high hourly rate if you optimize a system specifically for brakes, oil changes, and tire rotations, and maybe a few other small ones. And then as my skill set develops, I can keep going into other, I can be like, okay, you know, I don't know how to fix an alternator on this specific vehicle, but I'm happy to look into this for you. I run an automotive scrapyard in Howell, Michigan. Always looking for help. Love your hustle. Yeah, thanks for the offer. I think that's what you were doing there. But right now, trying to stay away from sourcing like actual jobs that would be a really big help from the channel. I've gotten quite a few offers. Something about having to source it myself, I feel like, is also pushing me towards the business mindset that I want to develop. Hang in there, man. Yeah. Appreciate that. I think you should get an air mattress for the back of your truck. It would be more comfortable than a sleeping bag. It cheap for a bed. Yeah. Air mattress, not a bad idea. Definitely cheap. Takes up more space than I want to. I'm actually gonna get a hand saw, I think, and build a frame. I'm gonna find some free pallets, pull them apart with a hammer I bought yesterday, buy a hand saw because it's really cheap, and then build a bed frame in the back, put a bed on the frame, keep the frame hollow so I can slide rakes and whatever other tools I want to under the bed, and just have this little strip that I can sleep on in the night. Everything else will be tool storage, because my philosophy is I'll be able to get everything I need if I just help other people get what they need. And so if I can really deck out my truck with all the tools I need, high quality tools, good storage, well organized, I'll be able to help people get what they need a lot. And then from there, I'm gonna get what I need, which is money, effectively. And plus, I'm not gonna lie, before doing this project, I actually did consider living out of a van or a truck, for the only fact that it was going to bring simplicity to my life and allow me more flexibility in achieving my work goals. So like, living out of a van, you can only have so many items. You can't have that much stuff. And something I feel like at some point a few months ago, I went through the process of being like, all this stuff I have is soaking all of my time, and I got sick of it. And now that's part of what I liked about this challenge, is that I'm gonna have nothing. I'm gonna build up from absolutely nothing, and I get to build that system and build it to be efficient. And so you'll see me in the videos throwing away stuff that's perfectly good, because I view items as having a price beyond just being a thing. It costs you time to shift it around. And if you look at when you're trying to achieve anything ever, it's simply a matter of shifting the right things around at the right time. Pulling all these weeds is a matter of shifting my hand to the weed, gripping down, pulling out, putting in the bucket, taking the bucket, etc., etc., etc. And if that's what's so important, then having these items and these random objects in our lives is actually costing us way more than we think, when we have to go and maintain our dirt bike that we take out once a year and take to the mechanic shop, and then we have to fix the grip, and then just everything, every object you have has to be maintained, or it will fall apart eventually. And that's just a personal decision, but I hope to, in my life, live on less and less and less, where I just have like as few objects as possible to achieve whatever I'm trying to achieve. Anyway, let's get back to a question. Chill out real quick. Yes, I got on a tangent, but I don't know. I was just gonna be weeding anyway, so I'm a passionate man. I'm a passionate man. Great plan until there's a lady in your life. I think you should. I'm not gonna say you should, but I think for myself, I have a different perspective. If I have somebody I'm serious with, they're not gonna cost me. They're gonna be bringing to my life, and I think they're gonna prioritize very similar things. Not necessarily that they're the same person, but they want to do something big, and they don't want to waste time with random fluff. Holy shoisters. Is that a super chat? I've never done a super thing. That probably sound like an actual idiot. But thank you. Am I on Tinder? I am not on Tinder. Although could be a good idea. I don't know. Right now I don't have time for that. Life, people, and circumstances will change your priorities if you let life, circumstances, and people change your priorities. They will change your priorities. So far, life and circumstances. I mean, I'm out here living on the streets. I don't know what circumstances would happen. If my parents were to get ill, I'd probably want to make sure to put them above success and everything else. But what kind of van do you want, and why? Personally, I hope you get a 4-wheel drive. I want a van that's cheap, that is gonna not die on me. Honestly, I'm just looking at what am I trying to achieve, which is somewhere warm to stay in, and an area kind of a little bit larger living quarters than a truck. I would stay in a truck, and the living quarters are just a little bit too small in the back there. So probably a cargo van, because it's got big quarters. I'm going to insulate it and do a lot of things to optimize everything. Half of it's probably going to be tools and business equipment. Please shout me out. Do you remember me? I do remember you, Dex MM2. Everyone watching, go ahead and check his channel out. How old are you, Dex MM2? This kid. So I'll explain the story a little bit. I met this guy at Subway a while back ago, and he was doing a job interview in Subway, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I was talking to him, and he was like, oh yeah, I got my kid here, and my kid's got a gaming channel. And that's who just commented. He commented yes. So you can go ahead and follow him if you want. I just figured, why not give a little man a shout out? Dex, your channel is terrible. Yeah, let's not hate on people if you're gonna be in my chat group. Because a lot of people think my channel's terrible. It probably isn't. It just depends on who's watching. The viewer gets to decide if it's terrible, and I don't know, that you're entitled to your opinion, but let's not take a dump on a little man, okay? Ooh, this is a good question. Do you really think you'll be able to stay warm all night in the winter in a vehicle? I do. I think I'll be able to stay warm okay. The reasoning is insulated foam, a good vent for controlling moisture, a heated sleeping bag, and a heated coat, extra batteries for both. And I think that's going to be perfectly fine. I'm bringing in enough money, I can get all of those easily. That's worst case scenario though. I'd like to be in a van with a ventless propane heater and a carbon monoxide detector, and then also a very well insulated van. So those are some of the things I need to do before winter. So I have about a month and a half to do those before it gets cold. And it may not even be that cold of a winter this year. Some of the folks that live here a lot have been telling me how the winters actually vary a lot here. Sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're not. I don't think I'll have an issue. I don't think I'll have an issue staying warm. The key with the truck is that if I get really soaked, it's kind of a pain to change into dry clothes because it's such a small living quarters. But if I can get into dry clothes, it'll be fine. Oh, we are all laughing at you. Gee, the survival guy. Dude, if anybody has survival experience on the outdoors, yes, you're looking at me and you were laughing. But I'm more in my element now. I'm good at building systems. I'm good at learning. I'm good at talking to people. And that's the game I'm going to be starting to play, and I'm really excited. Especially when I start launching on a business that's not picking weeds all day. I mean, I don't love picking weeds, but it does pay the bills, which I don't have any bills, but it does pay. So far, the only thing Ben has lost are some cans, a crappy bike, and some money. He needs to secure himself better than he has now. I don't know what that means. I have lost things. I bet you're responding to somebody else in the comments. I've lost, that's the only, that's the only stuff I've lost. I lost $300 for rent. If you watch that video, you'll know it's just a dumb mistake I made. And some other things. Let's hit another question. Did I ever get the money back from this? I did not ever get the money back from being scammed. I'm actually dealing with a little bit of drama with my current employer. I think I'll get paid and everything. I was just worried about it because, I don't know, he's been unreasonable. Hopefully I'll have it explained a little bit in the videos. It'll be out in like 4 or 5 days. Basically just my cleaning job, and you guys, if you've been following along with the series, know I've had a little bit of drama with that anyway, of like him canceling on me when he said he had work and just like giving it to other people. But anyway, the scammed, definitely getting that money back. Now I'm just hoping I'll get paid the $270 that I'm owed from my current cleaning gig. I told you were gonna get screwed on that job. I'm not necessarily getting screwed, because I also understood that it was, you can get a gauge for somebody pretty quickly with how they're treating you. But I do think the problem is I'm still hesitant to even drop it because it pays me $45 for about an hour of work with how it's been the last few weeks. So it's such good money. It's really hard for me to say I want to drop it when I actually have been getting paid. He's paid me, more than like $600, $700 already. So like I am getting paid, but dealing with the frustration of having a hit or miss boss is the part that makes me think it's worth dropping, even though I'm gonna be dropping some money. But I also am making 25 an hour now, some of the time anyway, with weeding. So I do have, I'm not falling all the way down. Let's see, here we go. You didn't stand up for yourself, so now you're reaping the benefits. Yeah, I can see, Richard, you're calling me out there, which is interesting. In a position like I'm in, if by shutting up and not confronting my boss, I can make another few $100s by putting in a minimal amount of effort. If by shutting up and putting my head down and taking the abuse, I can make more money, it's worth that trade to me every day right now. Not as much now that I have the weeding job, but remember, like, I didn't have the weeding job for a long time. Like, I've only been doing weeding for like a week or so. And it's worth, I genuinely don't mind putting up with some abuse to make the money at this point, because it's not permanent. I would say long-term stuff, long-term play is a different play, but for the short term, it gets me on my feet, gets some money in my wallet, and so I do think it was worth it for that. Stop pricing your jobs per hour, start pricing your jobs per job. So do, like, bid them out. Yeah, bidding out the jobs is a good idea, but I bid out this job and we're gonna be making like $14 an hour. I need a bit higher. I think is the lesson with that. This was a big job, and I don't know, it's hard, especially when you really want the work. It's hard to put a high number out there, and I'm not out here to screw people either, so I don't want to be, but I feel like the right price for me at this point should be, people should be telling me no because it's too high. But at the same time, I'd rather be busy than broke. So even if I'm working for 15 bucks an hour, it's still bringing money in and working me towards all my other goals. Ah, yes. It's I love this comment. It's refreshing to see that you can be humble and tolerant, what you must do to meet your own ends. Sometimes you have to do, and you have to be able to take some, I don't know if I can curse, but take some crap. Yeah, dude, I think that's been so true. You have to do what it takes. And if you're in a position right now where you need food on the table and you're working with a terrible boss, but he pays you, work with the terrible boss and don't stay there permanently. Absolutely do not set a game plan on how you're going to exit and exit. But if you have to put food on the table, put food on the table. It beats, I would rather have, I think it would be better for some of the homeless people that, never, I don't know, I'm not going to go down that. I might, whatever. But I think, and not just like dealing with a tough boss, but dealing with the tough everything. Like it's really hard when you're at the bottom and you're struggling. But remember, that's what it takes. You have to put up with it, and it's not going to be like that forever. Did I watch the Michigan game yesterday? No, I was working. I put an air filter in the truck, did a weeding job. What else did I do? Oh, I know I did more. Put wipers on the truck. I worked out as well. That's something I'm getting back into. And then I started replacing a door handle on the truck. The passenger side door handle, plastic broke, which sucks. But I bought some tools. A lot of money worth of tools, but I'm able to fix it. Any other boss will be glad to hire a lot. That's a good point. So Richard's bringing up the point that any boss, any good boss will be glad to hire a reliable, capable worker like you. Yeah, bro, and maybe you might be right. Maybe my philosophy on that's flawed. I don't know, like the mechanic gig, they were a good boss, I'll say. They didn't pay me well, but they treated me well. They just, I don't know exactly why they didn't pay me well, because it seems like if they saw my potential, they would want to pay me well. But I felt like they were genuinely looking out for my best interests. They looked at my truck for free. The owner had one of his guys test drive it and stuff. So it's definitely a good point that other better bosses are out there. And I think, honestly, I mean, I think you're right. But I also think it's okay to start with a low baseline and work your way up. If you don't plan to finish high school, will you get your GED? As of now, no. Too much work. Not really. Honestly, my perspective on that's changed. It's not that it's too much work. It's that every single person tells me I need it. Not every person, but 90%, 95%. I've gotten this far without needing a GED. Like, I made 2,700 last month, flying to a new city with no money and no connections, you know, without a GED, and under 18. And I think the flaw is that you need a GED to make money and to make it in this life. And I don't think you do. And for me, it's more of a principle thing of like, everybody thinks I'm wrong. Everybody thinks I should get a diploma. I don't think so. And I want to live my life in a way that is contrary to, I want to live my life in a way that I actually think I need to. And I don't think I need a diploma. Now, that being said, I may go get my diploma. I may change my mind. Who knows? Do you, Dex MM2, this is the kid with the gaming channel. Do you have any advice on getting monetized? I've been creating videos for 1 year. Been trying my best creating videos for 1 year. I think take a deep breath. You're very young, because I saw your channel and I saw you in person too. I don't think we talked, but bro, keep going. Don't stop. If you don't stop, there's no way you're gonna fail. Keep trying to get better, keep learning, but number one, do it in a way that you can keep doing forever. I have gotten jacked and I don't do any special workout. I was able to go to the gym every day for 10 months. And I think I think it's really easy to undervalue how important it is to simply show up every single day. Just show up and get a little bit better. And that's all, and keep going. There's more, I could dive into more tactical advice, but I think in principle, just keep showing up and keep going. You're doing great. Is this project trying to prove you don't need a GED or diploma to your family? Or is there no connection between your project and proving anything to them? It's more about proving to myself that I can do. It's more about proving to myself that I can start from absolutely nothing and work my way to the top. Or not even that, but that I can start from nothing and I will survive. Because not that many people can say that. Not that many people can say with certainty that like I can be, I could get sued and lose every single cent I have, and I still wouldn't go hungry, and I still wouldn't die. That's something I want to be able to say. And then having my diploma is pretty much not related to the project or anything else. It's more of just a personal decision. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Alex Ramosi. Been my favorite. He's definitely my favorite. He's more of a, I more listen to his podcasts, but he's a business podcaster. Definitely my top. Whew. How long should we have this live stream today? It's gone 30 minutes so far. Oh, what do I want to be doing in 10 years from now? I don't know. I don't know. Making money, working hard, maybe married. I'm just 17. I don't know what's happening. Can't you just go take the GED test and get it over with? I mean, I could. My point is you don't have to, and you can be successful. How far are you going to take this project? What does that mean? Like, how long? I think until I get a van, a nice decked out van, and we could say 3,000 in the bank. Somewhere around there would be a pretty good, stable, like, a position where I can live continuously without being, like, at a safety risk. Like, where I can live without being at risk of dying from the elements, which, in a sense, I'm at that point now, which, you know, maybe I will start the new chapter of the series sooner, but I don't know exactly how long I'm going to continue. I think you're smart. Just get the diploma. I mean, the point is that you don't have to do it. And if I'm looking for results that 99.999% of people don't get, like, if I'm looking for an outcome that nobody else that I've ever even met has gotten, I have to take a different path that nobody else has taken. Which means I have to act even if everyone is saying I'm going the wrong way. Because nobody that I know has actually been where I want to go. If I want to become, like, let's say, a billionaire, nobody I've met in person knows how to be a billionaire. And I would have to make drastically different choices than normal people to become a billionaire, because I'm looking for a drastically different outcome. Feel free to drop some questions for Caleb. Caleb, do you want to be in the stream at all?
Yeah, shit, I'm almost done with this one.
Oh, sweet. If somebody gets some questions for Caleb, drop them. I'll bring them over here. Or I can bring myself over to him.
You think we're gonna finish this tonight?
Bro, of course.
No.
Of course. Caleb says, do you think we're going to finish this tonight? I mean, I'd like to. Being in all seriousness, I'd like to, if we can. We're mostly done, right? Once you get that done, dude, it's like, I'm done with a big portion of this. Are you and Caleb going to become business partners? I don't know, bro. Are we? He says depends on what opportunities come. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We're business partners today. Daniel wants to know if you've ever been to Southeast Detroit and ate any Mexican food.
I have been to Southeast Detroit. I'm really picky and I don't really like anything.
He doesn't like food, and he has been to Southeast Detroit. I don't know if they can hear you from that far. Caleb is 19. Also, for somebody who asked that question. I'm gonna go dump this real quick. Oh, somebody dropped it at $10. Okay.
What is that?
Basically just free money.
Yeah. They donated?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, Christies. Dude, I know.
Just make it so full. We gotta stop packing it. Hey, look.
Look at this, man. There's so much gum.
I know, it's looking great. Because, dude, once you're done with that, we got, like, what?
All the back and all there.
Oh, yeah, nothing. It might be something, but... If you got stuff to do, Caleb, too, I can finish it out and you can get your cut. Oh, Caleb, you should, let me see. I can bring this to you. So, and you can either talk to the camera, or you can talk to me, however you want to do it. Somebody asked, do you have a diploma or GED?
I got a diploma, and I kind of vouch with Ben. I mean, I've never had someone ask me for it yet. I also don't think it's really necessary. I mean, I wanted to quit school too, and I probably would have if I didn't have parents who cared a lot. But I'm not Chinese or Japanese. I'm American. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, the diploma thing.
Yeah, it can be, I mean, I guess you could say a gatekeeper, but I mean, with what it seems Ben's trying to do, I know a big business owner too who dropped out of high school, who never got that diploma, and he makes a whole lot more money than we do, so, and he owns a business with employees, and it's in the river or Windsor? Mexican town is southwest.
And I mean, for perspective, I made $250 a couple days ago.
Y'all should start a gang, lol. Caleb, are you gonna show Ben's?
Yeah, we'll start the no diploma high school dropout gang.
I don't really know a lot about Ann Arbor besides pretty much the Huron River.
And also, so Caleb, when you're responding, make sure to respond to the comments. If somebody, or read the comment back. Because if somebody's coming through with the video afterwards and watching, they'll be like,
oh yeah,
what's he saying?
Yeah.
So like, you can say, Dan says, did you grow up here in Ann Arbor?
Yeah, no, I'm from Ypsilanti.
Is it sketchy there?
I wouldn't say. I mean, the Kroger is kind of weird.
The what?
The Kroger there is kind of weird. I mean, there's some crackheads and people who will be weird to you. But
I mean, you get that here too in Ann Arbor, though, downtown.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, I see a lot of kids around here. It just depends where you're at, really. Everywhere's different. I mean. Don't read the comments.
Alright, I'm gonna take that and go this way.
I would like to, Gato Monster. I'd like to go to some cool places around it too with them.
Oh,
like
yeah.
riding and such.
I told them end of September.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Thanks, Billy. I know they are.
End of September, we're gonna throw some sort of party, maybe.
For real.
Because here's the thing, right now we're both working so much we don't have time.
Yeah, literally.
Work fest. Yeah, a work fest. I mean, that's what we're doing right now. That's the beauty of it. So, like, my dad's coming up, and we're, I'm booking work for the day that my dad's up, and we'll just go hit a job. It's like, I mean, I was telling my dad, like, honestly, I don't really feel like sightseeing. I'd rather just go hit a weeding job and make $50, right? So that'll actually be fun. Caleb, what's your main job?
I pretty much just work as a slave.
He says slave labor.
Yeah. You can keep it at that.
Okay, slave labor.
Slave to the money.
Caleb, this guy says Ipsy can be a cool place, but be careful about going to Kroger. That's funny. Kroger's like actually the sketch hangout.
For real, man, it is.
That's funny.
They need to keep that junk on lock. Maybe he was just mocking me, I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's cool that everybody gets to watch us pull weeds.
Literally.
Do you think it's more fun, Caleb, to watch people pull weeds or to pull weeds?
Shit, to watch people, bro. To watch people.
To watch?
What kind of question is that?
What? I would rather pull weeds.
I mean, obviously I'd rather make the money, but if it's like, would rather hypothetically, I'd way rather watch somebody.
Bro. I'm picking weeds all day long. I don't think I'd enjoy watching. I mean, maybe if the two guys were, handsome, charismatic people on the stream, right? You know, right, guys? Handsome, charismatic people. Anyway, throw some questions out, people. I mean, you don't have to. You can just leave the stream if you want. Save some weed to smoke. I would smoke some dandelions.
Yeah, this ain't the fun kind of weed.
Yeah, this isn't the fun kind of weed. And I'm a sober little boy. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. I got stuff to do. Why don't you buy Meyer brand chips? Like potato chips? I don't. I don't know. Ooh, yeah. Ipsy Farmers Market sometimes has volunteers that help people fix bikes. Yeah, I have enough money and tools now. I think I can fix everything. I bought $400 of tools. So I'll probably be chilling. Dex MM2, did you get my feedback? Did you get that segment when you asked for advice on growing your channel? Sweet. Just stick with it, dude. I think you're doing great. Even to see somebody your age doing anything at all. And I saw your dad. He's a hustler. Like, he was trying to hustle me into stuff in our one conversation. That's funny. I love that. Show us your weed. Oh, I'll show you. Boom. I wish I had the hat camera. I would slap this sucker on my hat and just like pull weeds as I'm talking. Wouldn't that be so cool? I think that'd be cool. Looks fire. I think that's in response to the weed, dude. The weeds I was showing you. Boom, look at that. That's nice. Green things that grow everywhere. How long do we have left, Caleb? How many hours do you think? Caleb, what? How many hours?
Are we on?
Until we're done.
Oh, gosh. 2?
2 hours until we're done?
It's gonna be dark.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll make $125.
Yeah, we haven't let out any trucks out in a while.
I know. I don't want to get demonetized, though. Yeah, if you say curse words, I think on stream you'll. I know when it gets uploaded to YouTube as a video, you'll get demonetized. Oh, dude, this guy's shocked at the quality of weed. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, bro. Like this stuff, quality pickings. No, he was just talking about the weeds I'm pulling. He was making a joke, I think. What? So, somebody gave a super chat, which is basically just a donation, I believe. Don't use any garden tools like a weed puller or trowel or something. Yeah, it just depends on the situation. I don't know if it's more efficient. I probably should be using it. If it's not, I probably shouldn't be. I should be using it if it's more efficient. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I've done a lot of weeding. I might still be really bad at it, though. I don't know. Can I move to Detroit? I mean, I could. I don't necessarily desire that. I like the location where I'm at. Been a subscriber since 600. Big fan. We're rooting for you. Sick, dude. That's awesome to see. Subscriber since 600. That's a long ways ago. We're at, what, 3,300 now or something? Yeah, was that back when I was calling the project Going Homeless in Detroit? I had people, well, if you've been following the channel, you know the experience with that. You live and you learn. That was, man, that was, this Reddit forum exploded of people just hating on me, because what happened was I flew into Romulus, which is not Detroit. Well, it is actually technically, it's called Detroit Municipal Airport, so it is technically in Detroit, but people that are local do not consider it Detroit. And they got really upset that I called the project Going Homeless in Detroit. I should have just said Going Homeless. The location was just honestly a little bit of an afterthought with the titling, at least. Yeah. That was tame compared to what could have happened if you really went to Detroit. My husband grew up there, and it's very different from A2. Yeah, Detroit's a different ballgame. I know, I've talked to people who lived in Detroit. I mean, not everyone has a rough experience, but it is a different ballgame, and I will definitely agree with that. I wasn't sure if it was a ballgame I'd be playing, because I had no money. I wasn't sure if, I didn't even know there was a bus to Ann Arbor. I didn't really know what was happening. I just figured I'm landing there. I'm gonna do my best to get like away from there if possible. And I've gone from there. I saw a message. Oh, where's the question? Oh, does your family worry about you? What did they say when you told them you were flying to Michigan? I just made a group text with all of my family, and I was like, hey, doing this thing. I'm leaving in a few weeks. I told them when the plane ticket was booked, so they couldn't try to talk me out of it. I sent a screenshot of the plane ticket to, like, a group of just everyone in my family, which was maybe like 10. Or, I'm not maybe, like 10 different people, because there were some other people I sent it to. But, I don't know. They were like, really, why are you doing that? And honestly, I still don't have an amazing reason, other than I just wanted to see if I could do it. And, you know, here I am. So I guess I can do it. How's the change been with students moving back in? Busier. We had a game last night. Hundreds of people. Hundreds. It was a really big pain trying to park and do stuff in town. I was a little bit envious of the people that were just going out to like have fun and party, or like, yeah, have fun and party, because for the last month, for me it's been grind, and it will be for the next few months still. So I looked at them and I was like, man, it'd be nice, but at the same time, there's a beauty in this lifestyle of work and leveling up and progressing as well. Why did you pick Michigan? Good question. It primarily just the concept of flying to a different country and landing with zero. I think that was more of the draw for me. Michigan, the location wasn't too specific. I have an online friend, Dante. He's been in a couple videos. I've loved talking to him. I haven't met him in person yet, but he lives like 10 minutes away. I've got to meet up with him, especially now that I got a truck. Hit a workout. He's might be smarter than me. Like this dude, I gotta have him on a stream. I will have him on a stream too. That'll be cool. We could do like a mindset stream, like just diving into the success mindset, because I think that's his strong suit. He's only 15, so I will say he probably has, you know, little bit less life experience than me and everything. I see how you skipped over my comment I made. I hope you come to terms with your faith sooner rather than later. Faith is not something I come to terms with. It's not really something I give much thought right now. I'm putting food on the table, trying to stay warm at night. Religion, I've put a lot of thought into it. And when I think about something for a long time, I come up with a lot of ideas. I dove into it a little bit on the other live stream. I'm not going to go too deep in it right now. I'm from A2. and a photographer for the fraternity at U of M. So if you're ever feeling like checking the scene out, let me know. I know you're a busy man, though. Joseph, that's actually pretty cool. Joseph, let me drop you a question. You're probably closer to the college scene. Is party cleanup, could I clean up after college parties and get paid to do that? Is that something that people who are partying in college would do? Would they pay for that? Because I'm assuming, I don't know if you're in touch with it at all, but I'm assuming there's a process already that you guys have set up. I'd love your feedback. Just like, let me know what you think on that. Love you, Ben. You're very smart. G, the survival guy. Sweet. Appreciate it. Yeah, the religion thing. I got just, there's not, I'm a very, right now I'm just an agnostic. I don't know what's true. And so that's kind of my stance. And I have some other beliefs with that, but without going too deep. Oh my goodness. What are my hobbies? Oh my goodness. My hobbies are weeding. Weeding. No, I mean, in all seriousness, working out. I guess just working out. God. Ben, I will buy you your first Zen. I mean, you can buy it from me. I'm not gonna eat it. Or not eat it. I don't know if he eats it. I don't know. I'm uneducated, but I did not get a bank account set up. Justin Rabbit asked, did he get a bank account set up? I did not. You can get the job much more quickly if you don't do the Q&A things. Yes, but I had a Q&A scheduled, and I really take pride. It's something I really value, is holding my word. And so if I can, the weeding job, since I'm not getting paid by the hour, it's okay to take a little bit longer. But yeah, weeding would be a little bit faster if I wasn't doing the Q&A. I probably will shut it down in the next 7 minutes. What city am I staying in? I am staying in Ann Arbor. And planning on living here. Oh. My throat's getting tired. Feel free to drop some more questions or even talking points too, like anything you're curious about, anything that you might want me to just, I don't know, could be anything. When do I turn 18? Do I think it'll be easier for me to level up when I'm an adult? Yes, there's some things that'll be better when I'm 18, more credible because of age. I can get a bank account without parents' signature. I can get my own apartment without a parent's signature. I can sign up for a gym membership without getting parental consent. I'm excited to turn 18. Very, very excited. It's not going to be exponentially easier. It's not going to be a crazy jump as far as nothing huge is going to actually change the second I turn 18 as far as my productivity, but it's going to take down some walls. Investing is going to be easy. I can create any investment account. Getting employed is also easier. Holy shoisters. Justin Rabbit. My guy. 50 bucks. Don't donate me 50 bucks. It's okay. I will have plenty of money. You don't. Okay. I appreciate it. Hope you get PayPal or something set up. I will get something set up eventually. How long am I going to stay in Michigan for? I will stay in Michigan for probably until the end of the school year, the high school year. If I go back to high school, at the end of the year would be a good time for me to head back home if I decide to go home. I don't know. I might stay here permanently. The doors are really open on that. What's been the best part of your journey so far? That's a beautiful, beautiful question. And I feel like it's a very challenging one too. I think just the real world experience that I'm learning. I think that's the best experience there. I think that's been the best part. I've met so many new people. I've done so many new things. Even just learning about bikes, learning about, just really everything. The bus system, learning how to source work, learning how to survive without money too. Like how do you figure out how to get food? The different resources available for people that live on the streets and don't have the same mindset. People that are long-term on the streets, understanding their experience better. The people that are actually homeless long-term for like 20 years, they live a rough life. And compared to pretty much, maybe we have some people watching, but that's a hard life. That's not an easy life. I talked to a guy that was homeless for 20 years here in Michigan through the winters. And you can just see almost a weathered look on their face. So being able to see all those people, being able to understand just the perspective of somebody who's really desperate more. Because, like, when you're hungry, bro, you don't care about treating other people right. You just care about getting what you need. And that's your only priority when you're desperate. And so I don't blame people for breaking into cars and stealing. I mean, I don't want that, of course, but that's a lot more understandable. How has your mental health been throughout this journey? I don't know. I don't know if my mental health has been good or bad or what. I know it's been... I've had some really challenging moments, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I don't think I'm depressed. I think like yesterday, like the weight of it all, the stress of it all is a lot, especially given that I'm like 17 still. And I really haven't had much real world experience. So my mental health, I'm not exactly sure on that question. I might need to talk to a therapist and ask him how it... I don't know. I feel mostly fine. I'm energetic. I'm not depressed. I'm excited for the future. But that being said, it is highly stressful. And yeah, it's very, very stressful. Cleaning up after frat parties would be a job from hell, most likely. The harder problem you solve, the more money you make. But I'm just about going to wrap it up for the night with that, guys. I wanted to make sure I reached this 6 o'clock live stream. And we still have to finish weeding here. Hopefully we'll get it done in the next hour or so. I'll show you guys a little bit of what we've done. Oh man, let's do shoisties. So like over there, I don't know, you can see what needs to be done. Oh, Caleb, this is looking great. Say bye to the streamers.
Hey, I'll see y'all. It's been a good one.
All right, see you guys.
Oh my God.
How do we end this?
Is it over?
Yeah, it's ending now.